Hey everyone! In this video I'll show you how to set up animated light cookies in URP. These special textures are great for adding atmosphere, dynamic lighting and extra effects to your game. First I'll go over directional light cookies for things like clouds or treetop shadows. And then I'll show setting up point light cookies for magical effects and acoustics with an extra Cubemap shader for fun. All the files you need are in the linked post in the description. These are for the universal render pipeline. First off, what am I even talking about? What's this cookie thing? If you look at a directional light, it has an option called cookie with a texture selector. Adding a static image as the cookie is easy. Select a texture and you can see it gets pasted over everything the light touches, projected from the light direction. But if we click the cookie button, you can see it says texture 2D or render texture, and that second option is what we will use. Let's make a custom render texture. In the options you can see it has a slot to add a material. This means we can create a custom shader that animates and use its material here. Adding this custom render texture as the cookie will make all lighting disappear from your directional light, because the default render texture is completely black. To make the shader to populate the texture, we have to make a specific type of graph. Create a new graph from Create, Shader Graph, Custom Render Texture. And we can make a quick test version here by adding a texture to the graph with time as a tiling offset. Create a material from this graph and add it to the custom render texture. At this point the texture is still static because we also need to set the initialization and update modes to real time. After assigning a texture in the slot of our new material and the custom render texture is set as the directional light cookie, it should look something like this. That's a good start, we can see it animating. Let's make it look a bit better by turning it into a cloud shader with multiple layers of scrolling noise. Here's what we're going to make. We have 2 layers of noise and make sure the first layer moves faster and has a higher tiling setting to give the illusion of this being closer to the ground. Then we add in some distortion so it's less clear, it's just 2 textures scrolling over each other. And we have a lerp to white at the end here. Now taking it in steps. Here's the first layer with its higher tiling setting. Then create a cutoff so we can control the look a bit more. We add in the second layer with a lower tiling setting and its own cutoff. This second layer is also multiplied with a strength float so it can have less opacity. If we add these together and check the output at this point, we have an issue where the 2 layers wash each other out. The second layer will only show up inside the first layer. To fix this, we invert this value to see both layers on their own. Now we add in speed, with the second layer having a lower speed setting by multiplying with 0.1, or whatever value you want. Here we add in distortion to both offsets. We do this by sampling another noise texture with its own speed and scale settings. Finally, we lerp it between this and 1 to control the overall strength of the shadows. Just a note about scaling textures for cookies. Due to the cookie projection being a repeating tile, be careful using non-int numbers for scaling textures inside the shader and the cookie size, because you can get visible seams. So far we've been working in black and white, but in URP you can also have colored cookies. I believe this is already set up by default, but just to be sure, check in your URP settings, the universal render pipeline asset, if the cookie atlas format is set to any of the 3 color options. And also make sure that the custom render texture you are working with has 3 channels so it supports all colors. Let's add some color to our shader by taking the result of the clouds and using it to project a gradient texture over it. And now the cookie can show different moods without changing the whole lighting color of the scene. So we can also use this setup to create animated point light cookies. The light cookies on point lights are a bit different from directional and spotlight because it's a spherical projection. So instead of using normal 2D textures, they use cube maps. This means that we need to set the custom render texture to cube instead of 2D before it will be accepted in the point light cookie slot. One more thing we can do with the animated render texture we will make in a bit is to use it as a cube map for a sphere object, to make a sort of magical orb effect. The sphere will project the same texture as the light, so it looks like the orb is emitting the light. So we need some cube maps for the next set of shaders. To create a cube map, you can either take the normal 2D texture and in the import settings set it to cube and the mapping to 6 frames layout. This isn't the best result, but for special effects I think it's fine. Or you can use online generators like the one on screen right now, or my favorite, Effect Texture Maker for 2D to turn into cube maps. So create a new custom render texture for the point light cookie and set it to cube. The preview will turn into a sphere. Create a new render texture shader graph and turn it into a material for the material slot in the custom render texture. In the graph we start by sampling a noise cube map. You can see cube maps don't use UVs but a direction input. In this case we use the world view direction because the render texture graph is a bit of a special one. In a standard shader it would be the world normals. Now we add some distortion by sampling another cube map with a slider for intensity. This is then added to the view direction to distort the first noise map. Because we're working with a spherical projection, to add movement to the distortion, we use rotation instead of an offset. So with time multiplied by a speed float, we can have movement. Now all we gotta do is add color by projecting a gradient map over the noise and distortion results. Let's take the effect a little further by making it multi-layered and adding more color control. Starting from the same shader as before, with the gradient map part removed. We add in another layer with its own speed setting. And then we use a 2-color lerp instead of the gradient texture. And to control the placement of the colors, we stretch and offset the noise intensity by multiplying the result and adding to it. And to keep the transparency, we multiply the color result with the noise. You might want to add an intensity multiplier to your colors for a brighter result, because render texture shader graphs don't have HDR colors available. Finally, here's the cube map shader for the magic orb effect. It's an unlit shader that just takes a cube map texture, which is our animated render texture, and multiplies it with a float for intensity. As long as the point light and the sphere are in the same orientation, the effects will line up. Easiest is to make the light a child of the sphere. Here are the setup steps. Go to the public Patreon links in the description, and attached will be all the files you need. So download the shader graphs you want to use from the post. Create a material from these graphs. Fill in the textures and settings. there's a few textures attached to the post, or you can use the generators that are also linked below. Create a custom render texture with a bigger size like 1024 or 2048. And add the material you just made to the material slot. For point cookies, set the dimensions to cube instead of 2D. Set the initialization and update modes to real time. The wrap mode should be set to repeat for directional lights. And then you can assign the custom render texture to your directional light cookie or point light cookie slot. And for the directional light cookie, you might want to adjust the cookie size to be much bigger. Now optionally, for the point light orb effect, create a sphere as a child of the point light and give it the Cubemap shader material. Make sure you drag in the same render texture that the light cookie uses and they should line up. Quick note, there is a bug right now in Shader Graph Materials where you can't select a custom render texture Cubemap from the Cubemap slot, but you can get around by dragging it in there. And that's it for today. Just wanted to share some fun stuff to do with animated light cookies. If you like this video and want to see more, check out my other shader videos. And I also have a Github site with all my written tutorials and breakdowns about all manner of game dev topics. Big thank you to my patrons who keep the show running. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.